So I'm here with musician Jessica Delfino.
Hi, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's good.
All right. So what have you been up to lately?
Well, let's see. I've been playing my instruments in front of people who will let me play them in front of them.
Right.
And sometimes I have to trick them, but usually they're very tolerant, nice people. Sometimes I have to break into people's houses, but we probably should talk about that on film.
So you assault people with ukulele playing?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
It's a very folksy way to do things.
Yeah, I learned how to do that in Maine, where I'm from. It's sort of a pastime of the people.
Tradition, just assault people and go into a hoedown. Alright, so you've never been on the show before, right?
No, I haven't.
Are you excited?
I am kind of excited, yeah. I like Esther and I like Danny.
You met Danny and Esther?
I know them. I know them from years of performing around these parts.
Alright, that's cool. Do you have any idea what you're going to talk about on the show?
Yes. I know exactly what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so we didn't grow up together, so I didn't meet him until I was a little older. I met him when I was 12. And the way that I met him...
You met your dad when you were 12?
Basically, yeah. I mean, I met him when I was a kid a couple times, and then he sort of took off. He moved to LA. So I was on the East Coast, he was on the West Coast, and he was in LA doing like LA stuff and trying to be a musician, like a famous musician or whatever. So I was on the East Coast and met him when I was 12, and he showed up in a Lincoln Town car. You know, he like rented this like big fancy town car, and he had like sunglasses on. He was like, "I'm your dad."
Oh my
God! In Chinatown, the people are quiet. They walk around on tiptoes. They're so silent. There are pets and kittens on everything, and you can make a living ESL teaching in Chinatown. And a lot of them were, you know, nice, normal people. Like some of them were kind of like crazy people. There was probably like 100 crazy people that were like, you know, well, first of all, I was really sticking to the list. So I said in the list, like, for example, no kids. And so a guy would write and be like, "You got to meet my daughter Samantha. She is the love of my life." And I'm like, kids, don't you understand? You know, or,
she's hardly a kid.
I wrote no dogs, you know, and because I was
dogs?
Yeah, I was the one that wanted to get like loved and petted and walked, and you know, like I wanted to
get walked.
So
I wanted to be the one on all fours.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, you know, people would write and they would be like, "What the fuck? Why can't I bring my dog?" You know? So I mean, there's a lot of like really crazy people, and then there were like a lot of dick pics, just like straight up dick, you know, like a guy in like a pose, like, "So what do you think?" You know, or
I could see the dog in the background.
Well, my boyfriend and I split apart in Scotland when we were over there to do a show as a folk rock band. Thank you, I wrote that rhyme myself, thank you. And nothing could subdue the pain that I went through except for booze, lots of it, and pot, you know, the really good shit that killed Bruce Lee. And a stranger's call. Only strangers call can take the pain away. Only strangers call can take the pain away.
So I'm here with Jessica Delfino again.
Hi.
So how was it?
It was fun. It was interesting to rehash some of that old stuff.
Right, go through.
Yeah.
Did it feel weird that you weren't on a couch and that you were just talking to comedians? Like you get through therapy if you just do it here, you know?
No, it was fine. I mean,
yeah.
I've talked to people in weirder places than on a stage.
Right.
I mean, you know, I've ridden the subway in New York and talked to people there. That's a pretty weird place to talk to people.
So when's your book coming out? Go Dancing to Comedy?
It's actually not. It hasn't been sold yet. So if you know anyone who wants to buy it, tell them to call me.